Hey guys, welcome back to another episode Q&A. We're about to go to COD XP, so I was going to take a few of your questions. Of course, you left 54 of them. Let's go ahead and do this. First up, it's Sir Lar. Why do you hate anime so much? That is my question. I hate it because you love it so much, you douche. What the hell am I watching on Inside Gaming livestream? I am confused, says Tom Huck. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, let's get to the real questions. Crisis XVII. How to be a Donkovic. Teach me how to doogie. Albert, what is how to doogie?
It's Dougie, sir.
Dougie. How to Dougie? What does that mean?
It's a dance. You should YouTube it.
Then why is he's asking me how to Dougie? I don't know how to do it.
Well, just don't get shot because one of them died.
Anonymous Autumn, what do you think of the title update that 343 Industries is going to do for Halo Reach? They're actually doing like a Wayback Machine thing for it. They're making it play like Halo 1. It's kind of interesting. So the Magnum does 3 shots to the head, kill, all that stuff. It's meant to make those maps that are coming out play like Halo 1. Alex Hashhair, what's your inspiration in life? Albert Iskandar.
Yep.
Designation 16, coffee or tea? I'm a coffee man. Downhill or die? Do you think vehicles in Battlefield are overpowered? No, I don't. You just have to play as the right class and you can take them down easily. Eatbox, my favorite name ever. Do you think Nintendo will ever make the 3DS Ambassador virtual console games available to the public for purchase? I think they will if they want to make some money. Come on, why not? Just let some kids buy some NES games who can't figure out how to use an emulator. RF Maganana, what is the best future to live in? Terminator or Mad Max Road Warrior? Mad Max, I guess, because it's all you don't have to worry about robots, right? Yeah. Lord of the Lolcat, what are your ideas, suggestions for things in Assassin's Creed 3? I'd like it to go further back in time, somewhere probably between the Crusades and the Renaissance. Try to do like an interesting time period. I'm hoping for like feudal Japan, if one day. That'd be pretty fucking badass. Colum Simmons, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Food, not people. I don't know. Let's get back to you on that. Snoopy Pilot, will Inside Halo ever return? Maybe just as a small segment on the weekly show. P.S. Will you and or Lyle adopt me? No, Inside Halo will probably never come back. It doesn't really make sense to do a show dedicated to just one game, at least in my realm of things. And I don't think I can adopt you. I'm sorry. MF Gaming Network, favorite video game series? That's a tough one. I guess Halo. I love the Halo series. I like the Battlefield series. I don't know. That's a really good question. Whirling Vortex, penis or no penis? Trick question. I don't know. Coleman CGS, define your company and what it does. No. Work at Machinima. You could look it up. J-Miz, also, in regards to yesterday, Europe seemed to have gotten the games a day later. No worries, we're fizzled. Legend of Zelda, ahoy. He's referring to that ambassador program. Good for you. Glad you got it. Jesse, PCS, after 3D, what do you think would be the next gimmick? I don't know. Games that fucking just work. It's Super Rob. What is the longest plane journey you have ever been on? That was the flight back from Germany, 13 and a half hours, which you missed out on, Albert. It was awesome.
First class, huh? First class, baby, all the way.
Don't say that. People they don't need to know that.
We're a big deal.
We're a huge deal. Diplex Heated. Sup, Kovic? Sweden is forcing people to pay extra money when buying hard drives. It's because today's piracy problem. Morally right? That's true. That's very strange. They're charging more money for hard drives. That's crazy. I don't know. Just import it from the US of A because we love freedom. King Frederick. Do you believe it was a bad idea recruiting Hutch and Sealanders as they were the most viewed people on Machinima? No, I think they've added a lot of value to this company. And the views, whatever, be damned. I think they've added a lot of value to the in-house production here. They do a tremendous job of all the stuff they do here. Figgle Watts, what is your opinion on Xbox Live indie games? Cats for $1. Hazer182, if you had a giraffe, what would you name it? Spanky. James Shenanigan, assuming you grew up with Thundercats, have you seen anything of the remake? Do you know anything of the programming side of Machinima? I'm going to say no and no. Evan the Jizz, how do you feel about how Ubisoft is making another Ezio game instead of Assassin's Creed 3? Feel like it has been dragged too far out. Just wrapping it up. I'm fine with it. Just seeing him as an old man, and maybe he'll just die at the end and we're finally done with him. I'm okay with it. It's cool. 3 years in a row. He's a character. He can die. He has to die eventually of old age or something. Bromeo Gaming, do you love me? Yes, I do.
Great name.
Macon Z. Smith, 59. After Assassin's Creed Revelations, what do you think the next time frame will be for the next game? I got this question twice already, kind of. I don't know. I'm hoping for that Western one or the French Revolution be badass as well.
Modern day Afghanistan.
Modern day Afghanistan is what Albert wants. Jasper JG. Do you have any clue on why the Just Cause 2 multiplayer mod faced legal trouble and if they will get back up on their feet again? I remember seeing this early on. There was a co-op mod. I don't know. Maybe it was something Square Enix was doing for their third game and they didn't want competition. I don't know. Those things are always weird. And it usually has to do with a company working on something. It's like when Microsoft was making, what was it called, Halo Wars. They canceled that mod that they were making for CNC Generals. So who knows? Maybe they gave something away. Titty Tie, do you have any favorite things about the Uncharted franchise? Also, Game of the Year nominee. Yeah, I love how cinematic Uncharted feels. It's one of the best game series out there. Do you want a Game of the Year nominee from me? I'll throw one out there. Portal 2. That's an easy one. And Bastion. Definitely Bastion. Sunken Bug. Why are you so gay? I have been wondering that one myself, dude. I have no idea.
He loves the cock.
Loves the cock. Mr. Asian C. So, when's your wedding? Congrats, by the way. It is on August 4th, 2012. Joe LeBleu. Favorite song from a video game? That's a tough one. I like the dance techno music from Mass Effect 2. It's pretty badass. Hi, my name is Russ. Did you ever play any Fatal Frame game? I played one for like 20 seconds. It just wasn't my sort of thing. Majavech, I can't read your name. Can you give me a ride home from school next Wednesday? Yes, meet me outside by the parking lot. JG Bryan says nothing. Good for you. To Canadian Taco, what game do you think will take the Game of the Year award overall? I don't know. That's a tough one because Skyrim's not out, Batman's not out. There's a bunch of games that are coming out. Saints Row could be a contender. We don't know yet, but we will see very soon. Richie Whoop, of the conventions you go to, which is your favorite? Smiley face. PAX. PAX is by far the best event we cover, though Albert would argue Gamescom for obvious reasons.
What's up?
Hot women.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
King Frederick, again, also, what do you think of the private Joker incident? I don't even know what that means. I should go on the internet more often. WW Braveheart 4, what do you think of Deus Ex Human Revolution compared to the two other Deus Ex games? I don't know. I haven't actually ever played a Deus Ex game, ever. I'm going to play Human Revolution, but I've never actually played that franchise. I just didn't have a PC when those games were popular. You Santana 90. Why do you call yourself the Dead Pixel? Because it's a cool name. It's just my gamer tag. That's all. Robbie Cole. When do you think GTA 5 will come out? Probably 2013. That's just my guess. And that's 57 more tweets I just loaded, motherfucker. I'm horrible at scrolling, Albert. I'm sorry. You don't care.
I care a lot. These fans are waiting for your voice.
Scotty K9, have you thought about releasing a cereal? Yes. Wongy 1 million, do you think Assassin's Creed Cowboy is realistic? I hope so. I think it's pretty cool. Well, yeah, Red Dead Redemption just came out a little while ago, but I'm okay with more westerns, especially with Assassin's Creed. That's cool. The Mind Rebel, what are your thoughts on Resident Evil Raccoon City? Do you think that it looks like a good direction for RE to be going? I actually haven't seen a lot about it. It's just the multiplayer game, right? Whatever. I'm fine with it. Anything's better than that big buff macho dude from the 5th game who punches boulders. That was not Chris Redfield. That was some weird buff clone of his. The Stephanator. What happened to Critical Flaw? We got busy. The Fallen King. The Fallen King. It may make me sounds like a bragart, but are you jealous of my international man of mystery status? That was a long question, and yes. Heavy Bob, can I be a wizard? Only if you want to be. You know, weirdo. Monty tweets, what are your thoughts about NBA 2K12? Albert?
Magic Johnson's on the cover. You better buy that version. Fuck Larry Bird.
Fuck Larry Bird because Magic Johnson's on the cover. That's what I got from it. Lee Win, thoughts about the Halo Reach to you updates? I'm fine. That's cool. They're keeping the game up to date. I'm all about that. JG Bryan again. Favorite movie of all time and why? I've already said this. RoboCop, because fucking awesome. Caboose.
1, 2, or 3?
RoboCop 1.
Okay.
That's the best one. It's the most perfect movie ever. Caboose LTD, what's your opinion on Square Enix getting the rights to publish True Crimes Hong Kong game with a new name? Interesting. It's funny that Activision just dropped it, I guess. I don't know. We'll see, because I got to see that game a little while ago, like GDC, like 2 years ago. So, be interesting, because the game didn't really look that great. Needed a lot of work. So, hopefully they'll fix it. It'll be kind of cool. Unknown Mango, why don't we see any coverage of British gaming events on Machinima? We don't really have a British presence. We don't have a UK follow. I guess we have a UK following, but we don't. I don't know. That's just a part of the world we don't really go to. Gamescom is kind of like the European E3. That's why we were there. But for smaller events, it's kind of really expensive to fly from LA to Britannia. We just can't do it, and I apologize. I would love to. I wish we could. It's a money issue. Mr. Andy Mac 01, how much wood can a witch... You guys always ask this retarded question. It's so stupid. Chazabed, what else would you like to see in Assassin's Creed to be set? Personally, I think Ancient China would be interesting to see. You guys just are all up on Assassin's Creed today. Did something happen? I don't know. Yeah, China would be cool. That's fine. I just don't know how the lineage section works. Jigsaw George, thoughts on Gears 3? I don't know. The new Horde mode's pretty badass. And that new trailer that came out today is really good. Watch it a few more times once I kind of like had the ooh moment of realizing it's going through all 3 games. Pretty cool. Sky Mihaimi, is it possible to apply for a job at Machinima? You can't really apply here. It's usually, I don't know. We usually announce if we're hiring someone, but we're not doing anything right now. Mr. Fat Jared, even though you don't work with directors, you must hear about all this YouTube drama. Views, I think it's stupid and immature. Actually, I don't hear about any of the YouTube drama because it's probably just a bunch of little kids bickering. Sorry. And no, I don't see any of that stuff. Thank God. Agent 3, do you think Machinima should make a gaming PC building series showing off different budgets and ways to build a good PC? Yeah, actually, Cena Anders and I were originally going to do that, but when we just got way too excited and just built our PCs like in a day. But I've been talking to some of the ETC guys, and they might be able to do something with us eventually on how to build like a budget gaming PC for like under $600 and see what games they could run. But yeah, totally, that sounds awesome. Sensing, what do you think of Deus Ex? It's what a shame. Dead Herobrine, will you ever post Minecraft videos? No, it's just not really a game I'm into. Maybe one day, I don't know, because you guys want to see me play it, but it's not my sort of thing. Hold on a sec. What the fuck do you want? I'm just recording audio. You got a weird face, Sean Novak.
Weird face.
You have a weird face. You want to sit down on some questions with me?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, come on in.
Are you leaving soon now?
Yeah, we're leaving in like half an hour, right?
I'm going to leave like in 5 minutes.
Oh, is Matt leaving too? Okay, I'm going when you guys are going.
I'm set recording.
You're set. That's right.
Unless you want to ride with me, but I ain't coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming back with Matt. To Danya, any good free-to-play games at PAX? Lots. Firefall, Blacklight, Retribution, and Tribes Ascend.
I think that about covers it. Firefall looks pretty fantastic.
Firefall looks fucking sweet. Tien Penguin, why are that many gaming magazines suggesting DICE is taken on too big of a challenge with BF3 when till now we saw only epicness?
What's DICE have to do with that?
My brain just exploded a little bit. Professor Pulse, how do they get the fig in the fig rolls? If anyone would know, I figured it'd be one of you two gents. Like the Fig Newton.
Oh, those things?
Yeah, how do they get in there?
Well, it's a machine that does it, I think.
It's a machine. There. Question answered. Mr. Isbell 1, how do you feel about the Assassin's Creed series? This is like the 8th question about Assassin's Creed.
I don't know. I've never played it.
I love it. It's good. I hated the first one because it was repetitive as hell, but I love the second and third one thus far. Knucklehead 514, are you ever going to shave? Please don't. I only shave if I ever fuck up, like on my my trimming.
Manscaping?
My manscaping of my crotch. Tien Penguin again with another wonderful question. What is your honest opinion on pre-order bonuses? Is it righteous to get stuff just for ordering a week before release? I understand why they do them.
It secures funding.
It secures marketing budget. That's why they do it. It's digital assets, and it doesn't take any money or time out of the development process, right?
Yeah, and otherwise, why wouldn't you pre-order if you're getting a little bit of a bonus? It's
Yeah.
just-
I personally do not pre-order anything. I never do. I know they have like beta access and all that stuff, but I I will buy the game either when it's on sale or if I can get some kind of deal or something like that. I typically never buy it day of unless it's a game that I just like need.
Well, they just give you free stuff when you walk in the door, right?
True.
Pixel.
Oh yeah. My celebrity status. Designation 16. I know you're not really into Let's Plays, but do you think you could eventually get into one? Maybe Dead Island. You know what those are? Let's Plays? It's like people talking about what I see. I don't have the brain capacity to play a game and talk at the same time. I can only answer questions. Like, that's all I could do. And then play the video afterwards. I can't do it at the same time.
It would just be narrative of what you're doing.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Walking
and
in the crate.
then I'm going left. Hold on. This is
Zombie.
okay. It's like guys like Total Biscuit. Like, that's a guy who I love to death because he does it really well. Because he has a superb train of thought. I can't do that. Ben10831, I love you. That is not a question. God, T and Penguin is all over this. Have you ever bought any of the like Ultra COD editions? Which have the goggles or the RCXD? Do you think it's worth its money? No, just buy the game. You're not going to be playing with that car afterwards. T and Penguin win. Why do you love Kirby so much? I don't. What? Oh, it's my Twitter picture. Yeah, it looked more like I'm staring down at him. That was Jigglypuff too. I'm not. Maybe it's Kirby.
I don't think you reselect it every time you post a tweet. It just kind of sits there, right?
Yeah. Danzaletta, where do you guys get your gaming posters when you guys do your IG Daily? That's just a collection from all the events we go to.
That's the detritus from everybody in the office.
All the crap. A is Extreme. What kind of perks do you think will be coming to MW3 during the MP reveal? I don't know. I'll let you guys know during our Inside Gaming coverage stuff. We're going to go see all that stuff tonight, actually. Oh, maybe I can't say that. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'm going to just skip him. Dylan Garcia, how do you see Treyarch outdoing MW3 next year? Is there a possibility to drastic improvement in such little time? I don't think so. I don't think it's like the Madden franchise now. It's just, after a while, they're just like, oh god, let's just get this game out. They only have 2 years to put out a full retail game. No time to make any improvements, so I don't know. I don't think they can do much. It's just going to be kind of the same old thing every year. I'm sorry. MeGeo20. Oh, wait. Sorry. Kearney, which machinima director do you think is the most underrated? Actually, I don't get to see a lot of directors. What do you think?
I don't know. We see a lot of Realm directors on Realm. The couple that I've met in person, like Hybrid Panda, they're just nice people. And underrated for the fact that they're just nice.
If you're nice, you don't go anywhere in life. Mr. Geo20, Gao 3 is releasing secret characters such as Griffin and the Old Spice guy. Do you know where we can find more characters when you buy the game?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. Gears of War 3. Babe XP, if you could enter in any video game world, which one would it be? Also, keep up to good work on Inside Gaming Daily. Thank you. I love when you guys give me compliments. I really like that. Video game world I could live in.
Leisure Suit Larry?
No, I would like to live in something like probably Guild Wars 2. Steampunky, but then like kind of fantasy based.
I would.
You'd live in Mass Effect.
Mass Effect would be pretty cool.
You would live in Mass Effect. I know you would.
Have a Turian for a best friend.
Fish Sticks. Are you excited about Dead Island? On PC, yes. It looks a little wonky on the consoles, but
I'm really surprised with how RPG that game looks.
the more RPG, the better, in my opinion. It's better than just mindlessly bashing zombies. I want there to actually be like, I want it to be Oblivion on an island.
Why stop there? Why not zombie tactics?
I think that'd be cool. Like an RTS.
No,
Oh.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Corey Clark, YC93. Your favorite first-person shooter of this generation of consoles? It'd be probably Halo. Sure, Halo Reach.
I like Borderlands.
But I don't want to call Borderlands a shooter though. It's like
you
first.
Throw your guns at people?
It's an FPD, first-person Diablo.
Oh, and with the perk.
I feel like calling it a shooter just.
And unlockable guns and all the little mods.
Don't get mad at me. I'm actually trying to say the game's better than just being a shooter because it's kind of an RPG, a little bit. It's RPG light.
Everything is these days.
That's true. I thought they just did a fantastic job with it. John's out. Ew, John, put your shirt down. That's gross. Get your cock off this mic. It's not mine. I like cereals. What would I want to major in college to get into your line of work? I always get this question a lot because nobody here ever went to the school for the same thing. Because you're a game designer, Albert was a weightlifter, and I went to school for editing.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people that went to film school.
Yeah, film school is a great place to go to figure out what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just...
Wait for the school of machinima to open up in 10 years.
Jukebox, probably our hottest follower. She's always sending me messages, and most likely underage. Ask California girls, are they unforgettable? Smiley face. Katy Perry hashtag. Are they unforgettable? Yes. I can't forget them. What is
They're
that?
bitches.
Wow. Albert out with the bitch comment. Damn, girlfriend.
Hey.
Rollo781, do you think Machinima will expand to other entertainment areas like comic, anime, etc.?
Apparently we haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, watch
Well, we haven't
ETC.
been doing our job.
Awesome Possums, what would happen to Machinima if YouTube becomes obsolete in 3 to 4 years?
We'll move.
We'll go to magazines.
Yeah.
We're going to be a column in Sports Illustrated.
Like flyers.
Handouts. The RDM. So that one guy in all the live IGs, like at Comic-Con years ago, with the Halo helmet on, who was that? Saw you behind him. It was always me in the helmet.
Except for that one time.
I mean, we passed it off after a while because I was getting bored of being the douche in the helmet. So it was always like a mix of people. Man. Legio 13th. I remember seeing you with a hammer and sickle shirt. Just being curious, are you communist or was it game related? Thanks. A little bit of both. What are you yeah, I'm wearing one right now. But that's the Communist Party. I just dig the sickle and hammer design. I'm not like, I love communism. I have no ideological beliefs.
Whatever you say, comrade.
Comrade Sean, I'll see you at COD XP, dude.
COD XP.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you soon, man. You got it already?
Are you taking it or do you want me to?
Okay. Corey Clark, YC93. What do you use to record your PC gameplay? Fraps.
I should leave soon.
We should all leave soon. How many more of these do I have? This is...
Are you reading them all?
Yeah, I read them all.
And you post all of them?
Yeah, I posted it as just like, it's just one long VO thing with some gameplay. Put on my channel just for fun. Kids like questions. That's how I do it.
Q&A.
Q&A. The Mind Rebel. What game coming out soon deserves more opinion? Also, what is the most disappointing game ever for you? Thanks. Enter the Matrix. Most disappointing game ever, because Sean worked on it. What game coming out soon deserves more attention? Would say Bastion, but it's already out.
Bastion's cool.
Bastion's awesome. That's what I kept saying. Didn't get a lot of attention, but now it does, because it's awesome. You shut up!
What do you say?
Kale. Jungwerther. What's the future of microtransactions in games? Free to play seems to be the future. Totally. Actually, can you see what Matt's doing? Because I gotta leave with him. I hate you. I'm gonna pause this. Fucking jerk. And now I'm picking this up right after COD XP. Just got back, lots of fun. Pick it up now. Jar Jar, woo man. What are your thoughts on Final Fantasy 13-2 and Final Fantasy Versus 13? I have no interest in 13-2 just because I could not get into 13, but Versus 13 I'm very interested in just because it's from that team who did Kingdom Hearts. So I want to see what they're doing with the combat system and everything. It's still that Japanese girly thing, but I'm all for it. I can't wait to see it. Jack Brava, would you ever do like a fan meetup if you come to London? Yeah, sure. If I ever come in, I'll immediately tweet, hey, I'm coming to London. Let's hang out. Why not? Corey Clark, YC93, most annoying glitch in a video game. This goes back a while ago. Soul Reaver. I was playing that game. Something happened where I was moving blocks or something, and one of the blocks locked in a position where it wasn't supposed to, and I couldn't finish the puzzle, and I hadn't saved for a while, and I just didn't want to go all the way back, so I said fuck it, and I never beat Soul Reaver 1, which it sucks because it was a cool game. But that was a very annoying glitch. I didn't like that. Oddballer _TWM. Will Machinima pimp out a new 02? A new 02. I do not know what that means. M. Shepsy, what has been your best experience in the Machinima offices? That's a good question. Puppets, running around with puppets, scaring people with them. That's probably it. Rebel O'Brien, how long have you been at Machinima? Around, when did I start? Around 2007, 2008-ish, around the time Halo 2 was still popular and Halo 3 hadn't come out yet. Yeah, oh, you know, it was like late 2006, early 2007, around that time. Tom Hook, do you think game devs are at war as much as we say they are? No. Game devs love each other. It's the publishers or the PR guys, or it's just the dudes who don't really make the games kind of slinging mud. And they shouldn't really, I understand why they do it, but they really shouldn't be doing it. Because all the game devs, seriously, they all love each other. Most game devs love each other. Because they all do the same thing. You know, you work with people in the same kind of industry, you have respect for what they do. So, yeah, it's nothing but love over there. Yeah, they don't hate each other. Trent Frosty, do you like working at Machinima, and is everyone as friendly as they are in the videos? Yeah, I love working at Machinima. I don't know, is everyone really that friendly? Do we pretend to hate each other? I forget. I don't know. But we do all like each other. It's a big family here. Everyone likes working with each other, and it's really awesome to work with so many people you like. RXFFI, did you ever consider visiting Austria, not Australia, and will you get Rock of Ages? Yes, I'll get Rock of Ages and need to play it. We had a review code. Someone snagged it from here. I wanted to play it early because the game is awesome. Yeah, Austria would be cool to visit. It was right next to Germany. Why not? Cool. Deadly Veggie, is there a way to subscribe only to IG and IG Daily without all the other Machinima vids? Also, how about some bromance? Well, here's some bromance for you, buddy. As far as the whole subscribing, yeah, I know this is a huge deal. We've been fighting a lot, still am, to get IG to have its own channel. I still want that. I think a lot of you guys do. And I think we could make it really successful if we tried. The problem is, yeah, there's like 95 videos uploaded a day, and it's kind of hard to find the stuff you guys want. And a lot of you do want to watch Inside Gaming, and that makes me really happy. But, I mean, I have a hard time finding it most of the time, too. I never know when stuff goes up. And a lot of the things we've implemented don't really work. Just subscribing, to the show doesn't really work. The best thing I can tell you to do is actually just subscribe to the newsletter, because we try to put the episodes in there each time, or like a really good video. That's the best thing we could do for now. It's kind of a pain, I know, but until we get our own channel or we do something else to just kind of clean it up, that's what we got to do for now. I'm sorry. Krishna Capital. Hey, Adam. I'm a British Indian male, 16-year-old, and a big fan. Can I be your little bro? You can't be my little bro because I'm not British, Indian, or male. Wait. Private Tempest. If you were to cosplay, as what would you cosplay? Love Inside Gaming, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. I cosplayed just today as Ghost from Modern Warfare, but that was because we were covering COD XP. But I'd like to dress up as Hunk from Resident Evil. He looks like he's like a SWAT badass. I love that dude's look. That or someone from Team Fortress. I think that would just be a lot of fun. Jordan Golan, do you think that the COD franchise is going too far? Sorry, do that again. Jordan Golan, do you think the COD franchise is going too far in terms of sequels? P.S. Love your work. I've said this before. It's like the Madden franchise. It's never going to get old. As long as people enjoy shooting each other, they're going to keep making them. It's just where do they go now, though? You look at Black Ops. Do they make Black Ops 2? Do they go back to World War II? What do they do? Because clearly, the Black Ops thing is pretty popular. It's working. And then, do we just get a Black Ops every year and then a Modern Warfare? Or is Modern Warfare going to end? I don't know. And I'm saying this after going to COD XP and talking to a bunch of devs. I don't know where this thing is going, and I don't think they do either. They're just trying to finish a game every year and get it out. I still stand by the theory, though, that they're going to eventually just make COD Online, because clearly there's a huge audience out there for people who just want to play the online portion. Single player is great. It's fun, for those 5-6 hours or whatever, but there's, where's the long term, for Call of Duty? It's in the multiplayer. So they're going to, eventually, there's probably going to be a monthly service, and you're going to get all the COD you want online forever, hopefully with dedicated servers or something like that. But that's my theory. Lactose-free 1. Valve is finally counting to 3. Good or bad? Why? What are they counting to 3 with? Oh, I've been out of the news for a while. I'm sorry. If they're making Half-Life 3, I'd be happy. That'd be sweet, because obviously the episodic thing's not happening. Sayer Saloff, do you think that the game DLC Pass will be the next big thing to come for a new big title games? Example, Gears of War 3. Yeah, and actually that we just saw with Call of Duty Elite. You pay $50 a year and you get all the DLC. It's just kind of weird because DLC used to be like, here's a happy little bonus. Here you go. It's a little extra stuff we made. We're supporting the game. As a kid, I loved this idea. As a kid. As a younger man, playing games like Grand Theft Auto, I'm talking San Andreas and like Vice City, where it's like, I just want the story to continue because there was no multiplayer. You want more missions. And so those as DLC, I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. That'd be great if they could make them. But, back then they were called expansion packs. And those never came for GTA or anything like that. So when consoles, this new generation consoles came along with an internet connection and all this stuff, you could actually, download content. I'm like, sweet. But now it's just expected now that it's like, oh, the game comes out and then you're going to be buying $60 worth of DLC. Doesn't always work. Clearly the COD stuff is always the more popular, Halo, stuff like that for map packs. And we're starting to see actually some single player DLC from, like BioShock 2 is really cool. But the Play Pass thing is a very interesting idea where it's like, look, they're just admitting it. They're like, look, we're going to put out a bunch of, DLC this year. Give us all the money up front and we'll give it to you at a discount. So it's like, oh, interesting. I just, paid the price of 2 games for this, but is the content worth it? I don't know, because you're putting up a gamble. You're saying this content is going to be good no matter what. I have to believe in that. Otherwise, this pass isn't worth it. I'm just going to buy it a la carte. So I don't think it's the next big thing because there's only a handful of games that really use this kind of, or really put out that amount of DLC. They're typically shooters. So I can't see it being the next big thing, but it's interesting that they're trying it. It's always kind of fun to watch where the industry is going with these kind of, trying to find these new ways of kind of, basically curbing piracy and used game sales. Custard 320. Create your own definition of the word awesomenage. Awesomenage is that type of gel you put in your hair that's way too sticky, and you get those weird little tips on your hair that just look like someone jizzed in your hair. That's awesomenage. At least what I think so. Custard 320 again. Sorry, one more question. If I could set up a Machinima UK, would you allow me? I can give you plan. It's funny because the picture of you look like a 12-year-old. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure if you try to make a Machinima UK, some lawyer would give you a cease and desist, and I'm sorry. Gamer 007. Love the show, man, all the way from Australia. Thank you. I love Australia, too. I want to go visit you guys. You're also very nice. Met a very nice Australian woman today over at the Jeep thing for Call of Duty. I'm not going to do the accent because it's just going to be offensive. But cute ladies you got over there. You lucky Aussies. Beep Zoo. Have you ever played Amnesia? Yes. I can never finish it, though, because it's freaky as hell. Family Guy. PC gaming versus console gaming. Oh, don't even get me started. I'll just go for a while. Izer Dawu. Have you ever seen the Skyrim menus? If so, what do you think of them? Yes, actually, I get to play Skyrim packs. The menu interface is really badass. I'm not going to go too much into detail without being able to show you guys. But the menu is really cool because it's very simplified. You on the Xbox, and I assume on the PS3, you hit the B button or circle button, and it just brings up your menu. It's really quick. You have like 4 quick options. It's like your magic, your items, your map, and there's something else. But what's really cool, when you go through your items on this kind of simplified list, you can pick favorites. So that's anything. That's a weapon, that's magic, there's all these things. So anytime you're playing the game, you're out, in real time, you just hit up on the D-pad, and all of a sudden you have your favorites list. This could be anything, anything you want to favorite. So you can just like hot swap your magic spells, and then you map it to your left or right trigger, because you can dual wield anything. So actually, that was one of my favorite things about Skyrim was the menu interfacing. So very good question for you, sir. Good job. Nick Vo 102. Would you ever join the military? If you would, which branch? No, not really. Just because my family has been in the military for so many years, I'm kind of proud to be the one male in this lineage of mine to kind of break the cycle. Going back on my dad's side, my grandpa was in the Korea War, and then my uncle was in Vietnam. You can actually, if you want to see his life story, look up Born on the 4th of July about Ron Kovic. That is my uncle. He wrote a book about it. He got shot in the back and wrote about it and had a really bad experience about it, and then they made a movie about it, so you could just watch it if you want to. Book's really depressing as hell. And then my dad was in Desert Storm and Somalia, and then was in the military for a while. And then my mom is a police officer, so it's like I have this entire family who's in this, like, who's been in the government, payroll, doing stuff involved with guns, and I just wanted to do something different, and I think my family wanted me to do something different. So that's I would have no interest in being in the military. I love guns and I love military war shooters and stuff like that. I dig that stuff. Like I love gun porn. It's really cool, but the idea of joining some kind of branch, where whether it be Air Force or whatever, it's just not for me. I respect what they do, but it's not something I'm interested in. Evil Bazooka. Waffles are pancakes. Don't you mean carrots? Ha ha ha. That's an old meme. Cool Killer. That was most exciting at Halo Fest. And what games did you get to play at PAX? Oh boy. Played a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff I wish I got to play. Off the top of my head, really good stuff. I mean, Skyrim was fantastic. That was probably my game of show. Played the new Halo maps, the new downloadable maps that are coming out soon, are the ones that are coming out with Anniversary Edition. God, off the top of my head, I played a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff I've played before, but Firefall, finally got my hands on that. Got to see what that was all about. Pretty cool game. Just a lot of great stuff. PAX was an awesome show, but it was great seeing cool games and seeing fans. That's what I always love. Middle Dark, would you want a game where they have customizable mechs and weapons, or rather an RPG with cute graphics and good story? Are you trying to figure out like my temperament type? That's kind of what I feel like with this. Kind of more of a mech guy, though I'm not a big like Mech Warrior fan or Chrome Hounds. Hawken looks cool, looks simple enough that I can just pick it up. I might even just take the RPG with the graphics and story. Actually, man, what does that say about me? King Alistair, why isn't Rob Talbert on IGD anymore? Sorry. The reason why Rob is no longer on Inside Game Daily is he took a higher position at Machinima. He is the head of production. So around the time when I wanted him to be on the show more, this shift happened in the company where these new roles were dished out, myself included, where now I'm a managing producer, no longer a segment producer. So, now I'm managing 2 editors and like 4 shows. And Talbert stepped up and he basically took my boss's old job, and my boss moved up to a different job. So yeah, he's just he kind of became my boss, which is a little weird because we're friends and everything. But yeah, it was a good opportunity. He took it, and I think he's kind of sick right now. So wish him the best of luck if you can on his Twitter page or something. He probably needs it. CPits1, what CPU cooler do you use? Building a slightly downscaled PC based on yours. I actually use the stock one right now, which a lot of people give me shit for. After talking to a bunch of people in the office, they're like, just use the one that it comes with, because if it breaks, you can send it in under warranty. It's fine. I do have a backup one, though. I'll have to link out to it if I can. I'll need to find it. But just in case it gets too hot, I do have one. I mean, my case has 4 fans in it right now, so it's okay. And I always keep my eye on the temperature gauge. It's usually pretty fine. But if it ever starts to get a little too crazy, like maybe Battlefield's going to push that sucker over its limits, then, well, let's throw in that extra cooler that I got. It's like $30 too, so it's not a big deal. XFX40, what do you think of RO2 or Overgrowth? Red Orchestra 2 sounds pretty cool. I'll probably pick it up during a Steam sale just because there's going to be so many games coming out right now. And Overgrowth looks pretty badass. Awesome kind of indie project. The bleeding effects on that are fantastic. So, yeah, very exciting time for indie games. I mean, technically indie games, but indie games with some budget behind them. A little bit, at least RO2. Kids with Guns. Tell someone to check the director's inbox. Will do. Sorry, it's not my job. I apologize. I know. I should tell people to do that. All right, now getting to some of the stuff that was posted during my time at COD XP. We got Wall Ranker. Just seen some of the Machinima team on COD XP live stream. You not there today? Oh, no, I was there, actually. Yeah, and then next one, Modern HD. You were on the stream, along with Diesel, Ricky for the win, Matty D, and Optic J. Yeah, we were in the front row watching that press conference. Yeah, a bunch of you guys. I'm just scrolling through here. You all saw me. Thank you. That was fun. I'm glad you guys are watching the stream. Hope you had a good time. Next, Snoopy Pilot. Why you no make Q&A video? Doing a very awesome emoticon. I was at COD XP. Sorry, I started this right before we left. As you could tell, you were listening to this whole thing. yeah, I had a few extra minutes before we left for the press event, and I got pulled doing some extra work, and I didn't get as far as I thought I would, unfortunately. So it's up now. Enjoy it. All right, our last question and or comment comes from obviously Jesus. Gonna take a page from the great Adam Kovic and do all my commentaries over me blowing shit up and killing police in Saints Row 2. Well done, sir. Smart job. Except this one was done using Black Ops, so sorry to mess that up. Anyway, I apologize, guys, for the late upload. Better late than never. I'm sorry. COD XP was a blast. Had a lot of fun. I met a few of you guys there. Some really cool fans. Hope you enjoyed the videos that we made, and I'll be seeing you next week with Inside Gaming Daily, Inside Gaming Weekly, and just another one of these. I love talking to you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, guys.